Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All Part 25. In the previous video we kicked off the first day of the trial, encountered probably the worst question in the entire series, in all honesty. The only one I disliked more prior to it was, the forerunner prior to this was the one in Chapter 5 of the first game, the one where the game tells you not to present the handprint of Jake Walker, whatever the guy's name was, when actually you are supposed to, but apparently that's like a mistranslation thing. Originally the game does tell you to present it, and then for some reason in the English version it says the exact opposite. But yeah, the prompt where Edgeworth is like, present some evidence that hasn't been used yet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Suicide report. Hey, use the suicide report. And then when you do that, you get punished. Worst question, prompt, whatever you want to call it in the entire game. The entire series up to this point, but, you know, I'm over it. Not really. I'm gonna bring it up forever. Let's keep questioning Old Bag. Would you please get on with your testimony? Watch your language, young man. Take that sort of tone. What sort of tone is that to take with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, but you should forgive me for everything. If you keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs. Oh no. What? A striking figure by the sea, standing all alone is he. He's the Nickel Samurai. He's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket? Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you be good and just stick to the facts. Okay, you promise, right? Right. I'll be sending the bill for that chewing gum to your office at a later date. Come on, man, it's gonna cost more for the paper than it is for the gum. Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum. The Nickel Samurai, that's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket and now he's not? Not too long ago? Then let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream? I wanted to be an ice cream cone. Huh? What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what? Judge Wapner is on in 5 minutes. See? Hey, look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Well, what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? And now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past. Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough? Okay. We got an achievement. Judge Wagner of the what did they call it? They said the public's court. They didn't call it the people's court. It would have been convenient. It's a legally distinct entity, okay? You can't sue us. And why would that be? That way no one can see his face, of course. But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. Now, why? I don't know why we get... Like, so some of the random lines just give you achievements. I don't really know why. But, in fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. You're such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say. Isn't that what you're always doing to me? Nah, got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing. And that included the GME Ninja. Of course it included him. That's why when On Guard came out of Dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought. I see. Well, anyway. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai? As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning? Can I throw in the towel yet? You don't need to think too hard on this one. Huh? there's a contradiction in her testimony. It's sitting in plain sight. I don't believe your hints, game, because it's actually not. You're just trying to lie to me because you're like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we got him? What if we embarrassed him while he's recording a playthrough so people can laugh at him? The question is, what that contradiction means for us. Well, I have to figure it out, but if you're okay talking... Wait, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. On guard, yes, now I remember. The nickel... I wasn't really, like, paying too much attention to these first two, if I'm being honest. It would have been convenient for him to wear the costume during the murder. There's still no advantage. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. Costume stand out all the more. There's a photo, so why could he not be in the costume? That's the question we have to try and answer. Like, we know he wanted to do a press conference, so he wouldn't want to be, like, covered in blood going into the press conference. No one could see his face, but there's still no advantage for him I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. Had to go to the post stage. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing, and that included the GME Ninja. He must have worn that costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. The person you saw, was it really the Nickel Samurai? So, let's look at the picture for the... what? The Nickel Samurai. Nothing's jumping out at me. His ear's kind of saying the same thing. She's singing, and we're gonna do gum because that's just kind of like a joke prompt or joke section of the testimony. Be a little more careful. You said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not. Not too long ago? What was your itty-bitty dream? What I said earlier, who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past. That man was inside the costume. But, like, what's your proof, man? What's your proof? Some water. Photo of the murder scene. Strangled with a scarf. I mean, my man, you think he could strangle with a robot arm? Maybe? I don't know. I feel like it's gotta do with the press conference. But I just don't know where to present it. It would have been, so let's try this. Yeah, a little tenuous. That one's fine. It would have been convenient. And to go to that post-ceremony stage show. Like, I just feel like so out of it right now. And that included the Jammy Ninja. That's why I went on guard. But like, this is different than the post-ceremony stage show. So he was supposed to do this, then there was going to be a conference. He did not know about the conference. So a map. Is the map important at all? I don't think so. There's some water, but only on top of the lid. It bears the fingerprints. So it would have been convenient, but like, would it? Maybe it would. I don't know, man. Empty, there's wine, knife. I mean, you could maybe like make the argument. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was a complete misclick. I meant to hit A. So let's reload. This one seems okay. There's just something I'm missing. So he must have worn the costume while he was stabbing poor Juan. Oh, maybe go for fingerprints on the knife, because that's what I was kind of going for there, is that he's got a robot arm. How's he going to grab a knife? But maybe just present the actual knife. There we go. Okay, that makes sense. See, that's a good one. Now, the other one's garbage. Please take a look at this. Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. I mean, this is like a much better connection than what I was trying to go for, which I had like the same idea, which is that he's got a robot arm. How's he gonna, like, grab the knife and stab someone? But, or like how, even if he could grab it, how he wouldn't have any fingerprints. But if you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. Even though that is a good idea. Too bad there wasn't a gun used, so I can't wave that around. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, you know why this piece of evidence is important to the case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? Whose car are we driving? Are we there yet? If Mr. On Guard was really in the Nickel Samurai's costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on the knife right off. Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Wait, does he wear gloves? Oh yeah, he does. I mean, he also has a robot arm? I feel like that's the more obvious thing to notice than that he has gloves on. But, you know, whatever. He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Why would he do that? And why would he do something like that? Did leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that. However, there's one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. Phoenix Wright's a big poopy head. Haha, got him. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Nah, they hated each other. which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder did still take place. It's well known there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim, so why would you have gone to have a casual chat? Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? I mean, I don't know if there's a contradiction. There's no motive. So let's think. Any reason why he couldn't have gone to talk to Jamie Ninja? Well, A, freaking hated each other. That's one reason. B, what's B? What's B reason why he couldn't have done it? I mean, the main thing is just they hated each other, but I don't really know what to present. I mean, I guess you could present their profile that says was on bad terms, but I don't really know if that's what the game's looking for. Let's think about it one more time. I think I need a little more time on this one. Let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? I mean, yes, but no. Like, on a mechanical level, I don't think there's any real problems with the idea that he could have gone there with no intention, but there's no reason to believe that anything happened that would have sparked him off, right? But I don't feel like there's a it's the word contradiction that's kind of, because I don't think anything contradicts what he's saying. I can't see any real problems with this theory. But if you let Edgeworth's theory stand, then we're the one... Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be like, you know, you have to do it regardless, but... Mr. Wright! I mean, there's got to be a contradiction. This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. Dude, I don't remember testimonies. That's another thing that I don't like about the trials in this game. Is I wish it was more like, because in the first game I felt like it was more focused on like the actual evidence as opposed to like, hey, someone said something 2 hours ago, remember it. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ongarb was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room with that intent. So if he was the killer, why would he have gone without... He couldn't have gone without intent. Well, I mean, they did hate each other. But I don't really know what evidence to present. I mean, you can present the profiles, but that doesn't really seem to make much sense. We haven't introduced gossip yet. No. Naturally, you point to the one piece of the least value, but with such vigor! Pay attention. Let's pretend for a second that Mr. Ongarb is the murderer. If he didn't have murderous intent from the very beginning, then that means there is a certain object that shouldn't be at the crime scene, right? Oh, okay, so it's just a knife again? This knife. This was used by Mr. Ongarb at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Like, why can't all the I mean, that hint's like maybe even a little bit too much. But like, why are some of the hints like so like, here's what to do, and then some are like, actually, here's what not to do. Like, it's so odd. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, and he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Corita, I suppose. However, if you just said it yourself, at the time, the defendant held no intent to murder. I mean, these last two prompts have been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, Your theory was flawed from supposition 1. And one more thing. You're the big poopy head. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees in a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? Well, it didn't really hide the murder method. It's just a frame on guard. Because they figured out it was the bandana, you know, after just like a simple autopsy, so... It's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. To frame? Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on the knife. Ah! Witness! Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Itchy Poo? Witness, did you or did you not see the Nickel Samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was just waiting around in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure. He wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Now we can present the magazine, I bet. Alright then. Who were you waiting around for? Yeah, it does say who, so I guess we present Adrian. That's top secret to anyone outside of security. I have a feeling you're waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida, am I correct, witness? Ha 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 ha! The way you think, you're a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I amateur of? The old bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corrida. Maybe. Phoenix! Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. You were waiting around for... Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. Like, why are, like... How is this question anywhere on the same level as the wine glass question that's like an instant fail state? The HP system is just... I feel like, I mean, maybe it gets refined. Like, I think it's an okay idea, but the execution is awful compared to just the original 5-strike system. Why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is... Well, this is... I see. Bailiff! Read this for me, I'm illiterate. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. Now, asking for a friend. Where's page 3 of the magazine? Just, like I said, it's not for me. Then, this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's... Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness? What in the world are you? I hail from the planet Xenon. I'm here to conquer your puny race. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Watch out, Phoenix. Got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. And that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course. But what for? Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information. Get ready. This is gonna take the wind out of you youngins. I'm not hitting the button. I don't wanna. Because right now, I'm experiencing, this sparks joy. The testimony is not going to spark joy. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. I still like how they just like haven't even begun to explain why she's in this getup. I mean, I guess because it's like themed for the event, but maybe? I don't know. That on guard is one evil man. You can't say that. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay? Objection! We know who you got it from. The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for the court. Please tell us more. What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant? Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, how about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. Did it? Did it though? So this means I have to squash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Because it's like, part of the rumor is true. You know, we do know that she tried to engage in a relationship so she had access to the suicide note. But it wasn't on the orders of On Guard. Be careful, the old bag seems rather excited now. That's right, On Guard is nothing but an average foul-blooded youth. Well, as the old saying goes, gotta burn old bags with fire. Wait, what? Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone! Shut up, Phoenix. You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander. But it's true. That woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Miss AA. But the name of the magazine this came from is Gossipland. What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? Well, no, you said it. They're your words, not mine. What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth. I mean, maybe not like, what, 100%, but more truthy than not. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and the gossip. At least if you read the articles. I mean, headlines, maybe those are less than 50% true, but, yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. Discriminate? When did I do anything like that? Anyway, On Guard will never get me to say touche. A scandal? What do you mean by that? You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days? Cursive. That's it. Cursive. No, I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. Even I? Well, that On Guard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. You don't have any proof that Mr. On Guard did such a thing? You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right? You're right. I can't do anything, but boy do I wish I could do something about you. I'm presenting the knife. Alright then, Sonny, show me what you got. Can you show me proof that On Guard didn't bear any ill will? I mean, we have his testimony, but we don't have anything that specifically, like, mentions, like, popularity ratings? So, we're not gonna present anything. I don't have anything to offer. See? Just as I thought. And you were lecturing me about saying things without proof. You just give me a free pass to say whatever I want, whenever I want, silly boy. Me and that big mouth. That's the way for the cookie crumbles, for you anyway. What do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you youngins need. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. You were going to teach her a good lesson. I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, please, stop. No! Ah! Dude, that hurt my voice. Like, actually, I shouldn't have done that. My voice is like too dry, and then the scream like destroyed my cords. Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night. And this is top secret, you know? Nobody else but you and me know yet. Lies. Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over. Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know the secret information? Well, that's, because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. Thief. It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole in my brain, you'll never find out. How in the world did that old bat... I mean, we'll press further. I mean, we have the evidence. It's the camera, but let's press further. If you don't be a good girl and tell me where you got this secret information, you won't get to go home today. Wait, what? Edgy-poo, what are you doing? Help me! What do I have to do with this? Just do this for me, and you'll get your reward. Can I borrow that knife, right? I don't want your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice. The witness could have gotten her information from anywhere. It's even possible that it was just spontaneously made up inside the witness's head. And he lectures me on reckless babbling. As long as we don't know where this information came from, it's quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning. But, I mean, we know where it came from. Sounds like just... But I don't know. It's not important where it came from, I don't think. So I don't know if this is a red herring, which it might be. And it's actually a somewhat valid one, but... Like, if I'm falling for it, I wouldn't be mad. But you can't just ignore it either. It makes your client look bad either way. Well, I don't think I heard anything really out of the ordinary just now. I mean, I guess if we can, like, link it to Lotta, and then we can say Lotta is not a reliable source, therefore the whole basis is bad. Well, wait, let's press and then present. So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? Now, I don't know if I present the camera or if I present Lotta. If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Old Bag? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that! Witness? I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? Okay, so it's definitely camera. The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh, yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrage, impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? Good job, Mia. No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless? I mean, you said it, not me. Aha! That's it! That's the note! No! You see, this is something completely different! This is my top secret list of groceries to buy! And you are the one who took Miss Hart's note? I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said to herself, "On guard, I'm his sidekick." Well, maybe she said that. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. Can ducks smile? Even if ducks could smile, they would never smile because they are creatures filled with pure hate. I mean, that's not true. Geese are filled with pure hate, but ducks are... Actually, ducks are pretty fucking awful creatures too, if you think about it. If you look into what ducks do. But, yeah. I was only checking what she had written. I'm from the planet Xeon. Edgy-poo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Alright, Edgeworth, maybe you should go back and learn, like, you should have taken a comedy class or something, man. That's freaking awful. Go back to Fiji or wherever you went off to abroad. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just once. I feel like she's really sorry. Did I forgive her? Nope. Didn't we do this in the first game where we went easy on her and the game got mad at us, so pile on more pressure. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. Gotta find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness? You said the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? Stole? Now, why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible, lonely trash can, that's all. You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it. Phoenix, you can't curse. That's rude. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Miss Oldbag? I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. I mean, just camera again. Miss Oldbag? That note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over a camera. He kept saying something like, my sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me. Wow, that was a really good impression, Phoenix. You sounded just like how she sounds, exactly. What, witness? What is it, Gramps? You have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too. If camera 1 is so great, then why haven't they made a camera 2? Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is it this camera you're looking for? That's... What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people. I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's busyness card, and that's when I noticed it said, Slime Ball Celebrity Photograph Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. And I only got one word for you. 9 inches. Such a... Oh, God, I'm in love with the joke, man. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Bailiff, check this camera's photos. Hurry. We must examine them at once. Well, upon further review, there's only one word I can say, and you already know what it is. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case, and there's only one word you need to describe it. I don't know why I find this so funny. But please present it to the court. Please don't present it to the court. We're gonna get banned by the ESRB. This is the Nickel Samurai. See, I told you that's the guy I saw. This proves the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. OnGuard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that's the case, then this Nickel Samurai is the defendant. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. No, we haven't. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. I got this suicide report, dude. Do you agree this photo is decisive evidence against your client? Well, obviously no. Why? Because it's devastating to my case, Your Honor? If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. If I raise an objection here and blow it, then it would put Maya's life in jeopardy. Nah, Maya's fine, dude. Just like we're fine. I'm not worried in the slightest. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took. There's something strange in the neighborhood. There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. What are you talking about? There's definitely something strange. I don't know what it is yet, but, well, you see, there's, well, the thing is... He ain't got a spear? I don't know. Okay, let's look at, I mean, other than that, I mean, that is his room, because we can see the little bear. The bear was outside of his room, I want to say. There's no way for this defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? I'm taking you all with me. Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photograph, then you should only need one chance. It's like, fuck off with this one chance bullshit. So, where's the button? Also, asking for a friend. The Hakama, that's the, is that the tie? You know, the thing he's got tied around his waist? I don't really know what the shit's actually called. I mean, I've seen it before, but... I mean, the only thing I can think of is that you can't see the button on him. And I mean, the button's pretty freaking big, dude. Well, we did just save, so we need to save again. I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? Where? So that's the door that has to be leading to you know, the hall. So she's taking it from the far end near the bathrooms. It would be facing towards the door. I mean, really, it's almost like she's taking it from inside On Guard's room. Nothing's jumping out at me, and I feel like it really should. Okay, the legs. The legs are not as wavy. There's more waves on that costume than in this picture. Kind of. Maybe not now that I look at it. Now, the waves definitely do go higher on this costume, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. It's all out of focus. Why can't you take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. So, it's like a low angle... Got like a cinematic Dutch angle thing going on here. Oh god, it won't let me look back. But I mean, this is Corita's room. He's got the glove. All this seems okay. I don't know. It's this person here, of course. Oh, God. You mean the Nickel Samurai? What's wrong with that? I don't know, man. At the time of the murder, Mr. Onguard was in his own room. Yeah. How do we know that? Which means this Nickel Samurai is a fake. You think that's all it takes? You should reconsider your choice of occupation. I think it's about time you retired. Looks like there was no problem with the photo after all. Okay, the problem is with your brain of the lawyer, Your Honor. I mean, you can't insult us because we still have a winning record against you, so basically you're insulting yourself. Where's the hallway? I mean, it's like she's taking it from, like, On Guard's room. I mean, that would be Corita's. Room, so that's not the objection. I mean, I just see nothing. I don't know. Wait, you're the one who lets your... Oh no, let me freaking load the... Friggin' dumb. I mean, that one's not that bad, but... Okay, this photo... I mean, you gotta say there's something strange. Because, I mean, is there any way this back here could... But, I mean, there's no doors on the other side. The strange thing is somewhere around here, I think. Up somewhere? Around here? I think. I mean, I'm not, like, really mad about this. I think this is more on me than the game. At least we'll see what the answer is. But for now, I'm feeling like this is just me missing something. There's a bear. The strange thing is somewhere around here. Somewhere? Around here? I think? Y'all the same thing? Okay. No, don't do it yet. Let me load, let me load, let me load! So why is our objection about him being in the room? Like, why does that not count? I feel like that should count. Okay, look at the photo one more time. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? When we tried, like, around here, like the waist, where you would think the button would be. We tried the door. We tried the bear. The door. Strange thing is around here, yeah. I have no clue what they want. I mean, he doesn't have a spear? There's no way that's what they want, right? That would be so dumb. And plus, we already kind of clicked, like, right next to his hand, but... And I mean, it seems like anywhere you click on the Nickel Samurai, you get the same thing. Yeah, no, you still say the same thing even if you, like, click on his face. We'll be right back. What? What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. But I tried to click on his ankles like fucking 5 times. And what does that mean? The costume person... So if you click directly on him, it doesn't count. But if you click the area between his feet, it counts. Let's just get that straight. Oh, we are taking an extremely long break from Phoenix right after we finish this game. Like, forever. Like, I'm just... I mean, this is salt, but... And I'm not really being, like, don't take anything I'm saying, like, super seriously right now. But this is awful. This is, like, actual torture. The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On-Guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is? Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention. Yeah, that's why I tried to click on his feet like fucking 5 times. His socks. I mean, because that was actually one of the first things I noticed, was that I wonder, like, after we cut, was, what about his feet? And I was like, oh, well, you can't see him because of the, you know, they're all bunched up. And then I tried clicking on his feet. I tried clicking on both feet. Didn't work. But if you click on the area in between his feet, that counts. Fuck, that's bad. Like, I didn't, like, you don't click on his feet. You click on the area behind his feet. Is clearly holding his Akama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside the costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. We know someone who's short. Dude, I want to stop. I don't want to play anymore. I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. What is? Androth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. If he doesn't feel under attack, then I haven't damaged his case at all. Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not mad on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this. What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not mad on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. Yeah, you focus on Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person? I mean, it's gotta be her. Adrian Andrews? You want to know who the Nickel Samurai is? It is none other than this woman. So how is this question on any way the same level as, don't click on his feet, click on the area around his feet. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. On-Guard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. On-Guard that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. On-Guard's fingerprints all over it. A knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, Wright? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant. Yeah, you know, we could have skipped all this shit if you just let me present the suicide report like an hour ago. Just saying. Order! Order! It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness. It means the trial will go on for another day. One more day. Ah! Maya's fine. If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. Maya's fine. I have to do something. The trial must go on. But I don't have anything left. No evidence, no nothing. Now then, the court will adjourn. I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But like, let's not. You know what? I'm stopping the video because I don't want to play anymore. Like, in all honesty, I'm just like, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna take a couple days off and then we'll come back maybe refreshed and reinvigorated. The game's kind of pissing me off if I'm being honest, and I mean, it's on me mostly. Well, not on me. I'll take like 30% blame. The other 70% goes to the game for some truly awful prompts. But yeah, this may be a bit of a shorter video. I think we're only maybe like 45 minutes, but I don't want to play anymore. So I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.